You guys really voted on an interesting hero for me to do this week. There are only two heroes in the game that I don't have. One is Katrina, super hard to get, and the second is Belle, and well, let's just say it's complicated, and I'll get to it later on in the video, but spoiler alert, I don't have good news. Jumping straight to her bio, we find out that the battlefield between the Freedom League and the Dark Legion is basically where her hometown is, and she decided to side with the Freedom League, where she has killed 800 Dark Legion soldiers through her excellent tracking ability as well as her sniper skills, which I want to make a comment about that because this says she never misses an enemy that appears in her scope. Yet she is carrying a revolver and a lever-action shotgun. What on earth are they talking about sniper abilities and scope? What? At this point, there's absolutely no denying that Top War knows nothing about guns. Between whatever the heck O'Neal is carrying, Silence doesn't have silencers on her guns, Dante's what looks like a giant squirt gun, Fahed's Call of Duty Golden AK-47, and this, you know what? Moving on to the exclusive skill. Siege Hunter has two parts to it. The first part is whenever your units attack, there's a chance to trigger an effect that fires 3 bombs at random enemy targets, causing 77.6% damage at max stats. According to the Top War Bible, the chance of this ability triggering is only 24%, which is rather abysmal to be honest with you. The second part of her ability only takes effect if you are defending a city, a resource, or a building. Any enemies that are hit with this ability have their damage reduced by 64.5% at max stats for 3 whole turns. However, this ability does not stack, so if you hit the same target 2 or 3 times, it's not going to be 6 or 9 turns. It only sets to 3. As far as the strengths and weaknesses of Belle, her strength would be defending. I'm not going to say she's good on defense, I'm just going to say that's where she's going to be best. As far as the weaknesses, she is a heavily outdated hero. She is an old hero that was really only accessible to servers prior to 600. I don't know exactly where the cutoff was. I'll get on how people obtained her momentarily. But she has low damage, a low proc chance. For example, Katyusha has a higher proc chance while also dealing significantly more damage. Belle is just a weak, outdated hero, unfortunately, and even if you manage to get your hands on her, I wouldn't recommend using her. Now, assuming Belle is a universal hero because her ability doesn't specify that it only works with army, you're going to want to pair her with defensive heroes since that's the only thing she's going to be good at. So heroes like Gonzo are going to be a good option, so he gets those stat boosts on defense. Bradley giving you a lot of survivability. Optimus Prime for the same reason. The new hero Yu is kind of like Optimus Prime with her shielding ability, so that's an option. And of course, Ishitaru if you're short on orange heroes. But if you've got Belle and you're short on orange heroes, I'm very confused on what you're doing. As far as the skills that I would recommend equipping her with, probably gold production, as I mentioned, heavily outdated hero. But if you're going to use her for combat, you're going to want to go with those classic PvP skills. So her exclusive skill is going to be critical. You can find it in the exclusive skill store. I have no idea why, since she can't really be obtained, but there it be. Her exclusive skill is going to increase the chance of her proc rate, so that's just going to be critical with her low proc rate as is. You'll also want a march size increase, attack increase, and damage increase. As far as the perks I would recommend, you're going to want all unit attack and HP, and then whatever branch you're going to use her on. So if you're using army attack and HP. Now let's talk about how to get Belle, and as I've already kind of alluded to, you can't. Unfortunately, from what I've been able to gather from the community, the last time Belle was released was as an Eternal Lands reward, back when the newest server was in the 500s or 600s. If someone knows the exact cutoff, let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. But that means that Belle has not been available for well over a year, and I don't expect her to become available anytime soon. As I've already mentioned, she is a weak, outdated hero. I don't think Top War has any incentive to re-release this hero because a bunch of people are just going to be upset because she's weak. At this point, the only reason to have Belle is to just say that you have her. So, unfortunately, there is no way to get her now, and I would not expect that to change anytime soon. But on a lighter note, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. I really appreciate all the support. Please don't forget to drop a like before you guys go. You can also check out my Discord, link in the description below, where you can vote on future Top War Hero Spotlights, as well as there's a bunch of helpful information in there. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day. I wonder if Belle and Precious are a thing.